Hi, y'all. This is Lotus Rose Tarot, and I just did the Candlemas reading. And after a cough drop, like I said, I've been ill. I wanted to clarify this particular card here that was at the end of the last reading. So this reminded me of there's been some particularly heavy energies over the last few years concerning COVID. Politics. I mean, there's so much going on, and some of the things that was seen in the unseen. This reminds me of that, and I'd like to clarify and see if we can get some closure on some of the events over the last few years, 5 years or so. So here we go. I know it's a tall order, but you got to start somewhere, right? So we're just going to do a little shuffle and see what's... So we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, so that's a nice sign there. That's a new beginning, right? So one more shuffle. And we're going to cut it. I hope February's going well over where I'm at. We're getting ready to have some storms, so there's a lot of high pressure energy in the air. It's kind of this cold, heavy feeling. So let's get some clarity on this here. So, this one right here is, remember in the last video we were seeing this, was it the Six of Pentacles, and we were talking about the stingy, that wasn't quite the stingy energy. It was just geared towards making sure that there was enough to go around through the cold winter. And this is in reverse. We've got the Four of Pentacles, and this one definitely they're holding it close. But the fact that it's reversed, it's kind of I don't quite know what to think about this one actually right now. It's like it's flipped, the flip side of something. That's what keeps coming to mind. It's the flip side of something. You know how you have the card or an experience. There's the other side of it. The other side, the reflective side on something. And so for this card, I'm thinking of the reflective side where actions have been taken to hold this money, these resources close. But now we've got the other side of it where we get to see it and reflect on it and see if those actions were what we wanted to take during this time of a cultural freezing and upheaval. See what happens when we want to go on. Whoa, hello. Oh, wow. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. So she's definitely sitting pretty here. She's growing. She's growing things. She's dressed in her grandeur. She's got her robes on, very regal. She's even got this bird, but her hand's protected from the bird too. So this bird it's like one of those hawks, that can come and go, and she's simply sending it to hunt even. But she's in the process of just kind of almost guarding this new growth that's happening, because the seeds have been planted. The events that happened, as tumultuous as they were, are now starting to shift. And so this is going to be a new period of growth that's happening after that period of real constricting energy, heavy constricting energy. And so we have the reversed hangman here. So normally when you read the hangman, this person is very much in their solitary look for deep wisdom, separating themselves, like hanging yourself by your foot. You're trusting that tree, you're trusting what you've built to hang from. But this person is now getting ready to come off of that. Perhaps that's because they've gone through this introspection other side, and they're ready to come off of it and use what they've learned during that time. Okay, what's next? Wow, a lot of reverses. So the Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is looking at this staff. This staff is a useful tool. And yet again, it's the other side of it. Looking at the other side of it. With these mountains. Looking at the other side of it. The Empress, reverse Empress. So there's a reverse Empress here. See, she has a bit of a correlation of this. This is like the shadow image. The shadow Empress. The part of the growth cycle, like this is what's underneath it. You know how when you grow a garden, you grow anything, there's a part where there's shadows, there's things that the sun doesn't quite hit. So you don't get to see it fully. It doesn't mean it's, evil per se or anything like that, but it's just not seen. So this is an unseen Empress working on behalf of this growth, this seeds that have been planted. So we have the Hermit again. The Hermit showed up in the reading of a little while ago. And so, like I said, this has been a prevalent energy this winter time. That very introspective. He's got his eyes closed. He's got his staff. Someone got the beard, elderly. But see all the snow. That's what I was talking about. There was all this coldness, but still holding that lantern, pursuing that knowledge that's going to carry things forward. So how this, this taps into the COVID era as well, because a lot of us have been forced very inward because of that solitude experience. So we've had to do a lot of looking at ourselves, looking at our own motivations, being faced with the mirrors and the shadows of our previous actions. Because when you're told that you have to stay home for 2 weeks or whatnot, you're not even looking at people's faces fully because everyone's wearing masks, You really have to reflect and think about yourself and come face to face for yourself. You can't just distract yourself from it. Perhaps you can for a while with drugs and alcohol, but excuse me, you can't really successfully move forward with that. So the Hermit energy is part of what's been guiding the way. And excuse me for coughing. Like I said, I've been ill. This one again. So we're getting a repeat of some of these cards. I already went on to the last one, but to me, these also look kind of like seeds. The seeds that were planted. The Lovers in reverse. The lovers are being held back from each other until after the cold winter. Justice, she's back. So we're getting repeats again. Lots of actions happening in reverse, and the Magician. So there's definitely forces at play. Those trying to direct some of this wisdom that's been gained over this period of essentially stasis for a lot of people, but introspective reflection. And as a society, we're having to choose and decide what we're going to do to move forward as a world. I mean, everything stopped for so long. The birds loved it. All the animals loved it. They took over so many areas. Okay, so we're getting this reverse card, and I'm going to leave it at that. So when I start coughing, I got to go. But you see this reflection of moving forward, which is what our goal is going to be. So thank you very much. This was Lotus Rose Tarot, and I hope you're enjoying your evening. Have a good day.